Let me tell you a story, my dears, about a special kind of home, and the two people who lived there. Their names were Alara and Thomas. They built a life around a quiet, soft hush, a silence they loved and called their own. Alara loved to bake fresh bread. The smell of it filled their small house every morning. Thomas loved to mend things with wood. He could make anything from a broken chair to a tiny bird carved from a twig. They didn't need many words, you see. Their hands talked, their eyes talked. When Alara placed a warm loaf of bread on the table, Thomas would look up, a small, happy smile on his face. He'd nod, and she knew he was saying, "Thank you, my love, this is perfect." When Thomas finished a new shelf, strong and smooth, Alara would run her hand over the wood. She'd squeeze his arm, and he knew she was saying, "You are so clever, my dear, it's just what we needed." He'd bring her a cup of tea without asking, just when she sat down to knit. She'd put his favorite book by his chair, open to the page he was on. At night, they'd sit by the fire, just watching the red and orange flames dance. Sometimes, Thomas would reach for Alara's hand, and she'd squeeze his fingers gently. No words, just warmth. This was their silence. It felt like a soft, thick blanket wrapped around them both, keeping them safe and close. But then, one sunny morning, Alara woke up, and the house felt different. The usual quiet was there, but it felt like a bigger quiet. Like a space had grown inside it. Thomas was already up, sitting by the window, carving a tiny bird from a piece of wood. The gentle scrapes of his knife were the only sound. Alara watched him. His face was calm, just like always. She went to the kitchen and started making breakfast. She put his favorite berry jam on the table. When he came to eat, he smiled at her, the usual warm smile that reached his eyes. But Alara felt a little shiver, like a cold breeze had found its way in. It was like she was hearing the silence more than usual. It felt louder somehow. Or maybe it felt like something was missing from the silence. She tried to brush it off. It's just a strange morning, she thought. But the feeling stayed. When Thomas went out to the garden, Alara found herself walking through the rooms. The house was clean, warm, beautiful. But the quiet felt a bit empty today. She looked at the picture on the wall, a painting of a peaceful forest. Even that felt different. That evening, Thomas was reading his book. Alara was knitting a new shawl. The fire crackled, spitting little sparks. He reached for her hand, just like always. But this time, Alara's hand felt cold, even in his. She squeezed his fingers back, but her heart felt a little tight. She looked at Thomas, at his calm face, lost in his book. And for the first time, she wondered what he was thinking in all that quiet. Was it the same quiet she felt? Or was his quiet different now too? A small, cold fear began to grow in her chest. The silence they called home suddenly felt very, very big. And she didn't know what was inside it anymore. She watched him for a long time. The fire crackled, but she barely heard it. The gentle rustle of his book pages, usually so clear, was muffled. Her own breath felt far away. This was the change, not the silence growing, but her world shrinking into it. The something missing from the silence was the subtle sounds she used to hear, fading away. A tear pricked her eye. She squeezed his hand again, a little tighter this time, a silent plea for understanding. Thomas looked up, his calm eyes meeting hers. He didn't speak. He never had. His world had always been this profound quiet. But he simply smiled, a soft, understanding smile that reached his eyes, a smile she had come to know as love itself. Then, he did something different. He reached for her other hand, and with a gentle, calloused finger, he slowly traced 5 letters on her palm. IKNOW. Alara's breath caught. He knew. He had always known about the quiet that was his world, a world she had so lovingly entered and protected, choosing to live without sound so he never felt alone. And now, as her own hearing slowly faded, he was there, ready to meet her in the silence she was now truly beginning to share. His smile widened, a silent promise, telling her, "It's okay, my love. We'll be quiet together, just like always. And in that moment, the big, empty silence didn't feel so scary anymore. It felt like coming home, even deeper than before. It felt like love in its purest, most silent form. You see, my friends, the story of Alara and Thomas offers us a beautiful, quiet lesson about the true heart of love and understanding. It teaches us that love isn't just about grand gestures or spoken words. It's about being profoundly present, knowing your beloved, and adapting together when life unfolds in unexpected ways. Alara had already chosen to step into Thomas's silent world, embracing his reality with her love. And now, as her own world grows quiet, Thomas doesn't just sympathize, he understands. He meets her in that shared silence, not with pity, but with a silent promise of partnership, a simple, "I know." This isn't about overcoming a challenge alone, but about facing it together, with one heart gently guiding the other through familiar territory. Think of love like a deep, sturdy tree. It doesn't always need bright sunshine and birdsong to flourish. Sometimes, it roots itself even deeper in the quiet earth, finding strength in shared shadows, in silent understanding, and in the unwavering presence of another. Or imagine love as a compass, always pointing you towards your beloved, even when the path you walk changes, guiding you not with loud instructions, but with a steady, certain hand. Doesn't this touch your heart, dear friends? It reminds us that the most powerful promises are often unspoken, communicated through a knowing glance, a gentle touch, or a shared silence that speaks volumes. It's a testament to how love can transform fear into a shared journey, making even the scariest changes feel not like an ending, but like a deeper, more profound homecoming. May we all strive to offer such understanding and find such a love, one that says, "It's okay, my love. We'll face this together, just like always," and makes even the profound quiet feel like the warmest embrace. Oh, friends, doesn't that just warm your heart? It shows us such a beautiful picture of what it means to truly love someone. This reminds me of the Bible, friends. There's a famous part in the book of 1 Corinthians that talks all about what real love looks like. It says that love is patient, and love is kind. It says love always protects, always trusts, always hopes, and always keeps going. It never gives up. Just like Alara and Thomas know each other so deeply and stick together through all the changes, meeting each other in understanding and silence, God wants our relationships to be filled with that kind of patient, kind love. He wants us to be truly present for each other, to understand and support our friends and family, and to face life's ups and downs together, always staying by their side. All right, guys, before you go, tell me, have you ever loved someone like this? Type "yes" in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more real-life stories just like this one. See you next time.